Good morning. Today is Saturday and it's early. I wanted to go ahead and get started on my video before everybody gets up and moving around and the day gets going. It's been a couple of days since I made a video, and I'm just going to be completely honest. That's what I've tried to do throughout this. The reason that I haven't made a video in the last couple of days is because my mouth has been covered with fever blisters, and they're still there. They're healing, but you can see them. But it was very, very bad and looked very bad, and that's embarrassing. But this is something that has been a recurring problem since Brayden died. I had fever blisters a few times in my life prior to that, but it's been something that has happened repeatedly since I lost Brayden, and I think it's just one of those stress responses that happens in my body. And so rather than waiting for several days for it to heal and look better, I figured I would just tell the truth, and it's part of my journey. It's part of something that I experience. So here I am, fever blisters and all, and I'm gonna read my video to Brayden. This letter was from June 4th, 2025, and it's my 58th letter. Good morning, my precious boy. Today is Wednesday, so halfway through the work week. It's June now, and we've had a couple of days of sun after a lot of rainy, dreary days. The sun is nice to see. I hate the gloomy days. This morning, I was in the car with Eric, and when we were headed back to the house, I sighed. He asked what was wrong, and I said, I just don't want to go home. He said jokingly, "You want to go to the beach?" And I said, yes. Then I thought to myself, when I get home, maybe I should check on some vacation options and see if maybe we could go. Before I could even think, my mind instantly went to, I hope and wonder if Brayden can get off work. It hit me. Sorry, my pages are stuck together. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I know you are gone, but my mind, heart, soul forgets. I don't know how to not include you in my plans. I want to include you. I want you to go on vacation. Brayden, I know that you are with me. I feel you. But this is extremely painful. It's just not natural, and I'm still not processing it. And I'll never forget that day in the car, because it was just the most natural thought process of just instantly thinking, oh, I wonder if Brayden can get off from work. And he was already gone almost a year. Just continuing with my letter, I feel like I need to talk to someone, a counselor, but one who actually has a conversation with me. One who says your name and asks questions about you. Not one who just stares at me and expects me to just talk about my feelings. I need someone to help me. I don't think I've allowed myself to process and feel and grieve, and I need to do that. I need the chaos of this world to pause so that I can process, because I am drowning in it. Sweet face, sweet words, sweet boy. I love you, Brayden. And I will just add before I finish, soon after Brayden died, I went to see what was supposed to be a grief counselor, and it was not a good experience. I needed someone to interact with me, to ask me questions, to say his name, but this particular counselor just kind of sat there and didn't offer any feedback, and there was only so much I could say, and it just became a very frustrating experience. So I knew that it wasn't just important for me to have somebody to talk to, but to have the right somebody to talk to, and that wasn't it. And so after about, I think I went 4 times, and then I didn't go back to that particular counselor. And in some ways, I felt like that experience was more harmful than good, just because it put a bad taste in my mouth. But I did continue to try and find someone, and I've spoken about this in my letters to Brayden before. It's very sad how difficult that is, because I first started with my insurance company and who, according to their website and information, who was available, who was in my coverage network and all the things. And I remember over the course of just a few days contacting like 15 to 20 different people and not being able to find anybody. And so again, I stopped, and I desperately needed to talk to somebody. And don't get me wrong, I talk to my family, I talk to my friends, but sometimes you need to talk to someone who's not in the situation. And thankfully, just a couple of months ago, I was made aware of a program at my work, or through my work, through my insurance, that offered grief counseling, an 8-week telehealth program, which was even better. I could be in the safe space of my home and in my surroundings where I'm comfortable. And so I did go through that 8-week program. I just finished about 3 weeks ago. And I knew instantly that the person was my person, that it was a good fit. From day one, she said his name. She asked questions about him. And then the second time, she remembered his name. She remembered the things that I had told her. And it became this really meaningful sharing of information. Talking about him, she gave me homework to do, and she made me feel like she was invested in me, and she was invested in Brayden. So I urge anyone who's going through this, I know it can be a terribly difficult process, and more than once I gave up on trying to find help. Keep trying until you find your fit, because when you do, it's priceless. It's priceless, and it's important in the healing journey. So I hope you all have a really great Saturday.